G'day, Ben here from on3legs.com and welcome to a very exciting video, an exciting one for me anyway. I'm going to unbox my brand new Nikon D810. Well, if you've been following my photo journey for some time, you'll know that I love shooting with my Nikons. I've got nothing against Canon. I've got a Canon 5D Mark III here as well. And the only reason I shoot with Nikon is that's what I started with. You know, Dad had a Nikon, so I ended up buying a Nikon. In fact, when I started my photographic journey, it was a $400 Nikon camera, film camera by the way, in cash converters that got me started. So, you know, I've just stuck with Nikon all the way. Once you sort of buy a few lenses, it's expensive to change, although I do have some other gear as well for my photography rental business. Otherwise, I primarily still shoot with Nikon or with Fuji. So the Nikon D810, now I've got a D800, that's what I'm filming this on. So why did I go to the 810? Well, first of all, you know, I've had the 800 for a couple of years. I do love it. It's a fantastic camera, but I've heard the 810 is just that little bit more. Now, if I had the D800E, I might not have done the upgrade. I heard that the difference isn't as great, but I don't know because I haven't shot with this at all. As you can see, it's still in the box. So we're going to unbox this together. But I upgraded because I felt that, you know, I could get sharper images, it's quieter, and you know, I asked a couple of photographer friends who are professional photographers and I said, what's the difference? And they said the D810 is everything the D800 should have been. So I'm really looking forward to shooting with this camera. So let's get into the box. As usual, beautiful gold box from Nikon. Oh, it's exciting. It's like a service warranty card they always give you. D810 manual that I'll probably never read. Don't need to, been shooting with Nikon all my life, so pretty used to shooting with Nikon. Normal sort of charging plug there. Oh, some other bits and pieces. There's the charger. One of the good things about this camera, by the way, if you are shooting with a D800 or a D810, I believe D800E rather, the D810 uses the same battery, and I believe there's a lot of Nikons now that are using a similar battery, so it's becoming easier to swap models. I think it's something that every manufacturer should do, is have consistent batteries across their models, because it does get difficult. USB cable, once again, never use that because I use SD card and CF card readers. Couple of weird looking plastic things. No idea what they are. They look like some sort of cable chokes. Won't worry about them for now. What else we got down in here? Of course, the Nikon D810 strap that I never use. If you've been following my journey for a while, you know I don't like using camera straps. I don't have them on the camera at all when I'm shooting on a tripod because the wind can get them, but I just don't find them comfortable either. So I tend to use a rapid strap if I'm going to use a strap. There's the battery. It comes with one battery, the ENL15 battery. So that's sort of all that stuff. What else we got in here? This looks like our baby here. I'll just put that box aside. Nicely bubble wrapped, of course, and protected. And then some other plastic to keep it. Oh, here we go. And this is the first time I've opened this. I haven't looked at this until now. I've had it in the box for a few days waiting so I could do this video and unbox it with you. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. And straight away I can notice a couple of differences from the D800. I can see that the metering has moved up to the top here, which is where the bracketing button was, and the bracket button's now here. So they've definitely moved that. Looks like they've done something with the little side covers, which is a smarter move, because on the D800 it's one complete cover. If you want to just get to headphones and mic now, you can do that with just one, or with your USB or HDMI. Is it? HDMI is separate as well. Yep. So they've sort of made a few changes there. I believe it's a bit lighter as well. I can't really tell right now, but I will have a bit of a weigh-in with the other one at some point with my D800 and let you know. Same setup as the D800, so a CF card and a SD card. They've got a nice plastic cover on the back here, as they do. Got a plastic on the plastic, so that's all right. Everything else looks very, very similar. Looks like there's an I button now. I'm not sure what that does. Record button's in the same place. Everything looks very, very familiar to me, and I don't think I'll have much problems at all using the D810. So there you go, there's the D810. Really looking forward to getting a lens on it. In fact, I might do that now. I've got my 24-70 here, so let's just pop a lens on. I don't know if the battery's got any charge in it or not. Usually they do ship with a bit of charge, so let's see if we can get it going here and now on the video, shall we? I'll get this lens hooked up. Get the hood off. There we go. So we've got the 24-70 hooked up. Feels really nice. I think the other thing that they've changed, I can feel it, is the grip. The grip is more substantial. I can definitely feel that. I think the grip is deeper. Yes, okay, so that's good. That's a good move. It makes it really nice to hang on to. And they've also done something interesting with these buttons here, and that's why they've moved the metering button, because now that you could easily do that in the dark and know whether it's AFN or the autofocus button, or if it's the lock button for the auto exposure or the focus. You can tell because it's got like an indent in there. So they have made quite a few smarter changes to this. Still has a flash built in by the looks of things. But yeah, I can't really see any other changes. So let's see if this battery's got any power in it and have a look. I did have this open before so I could have a better look at some of the specs, and I will have a quick look at that in a second and tell you some of the spec changes that are obvious. We'll get that battery in there and we'll see if it's got any power. Certainly does. And once again, the display looks the same. I do believe the little GPS icon has been changed on this. It used to have a square that said GPS in it. Now it's got like a little GPS symbol. But the standard LCD display on the top here, I believe it takes 5 frames per second instead of 4. And we can probably give that a quick go if we want. I'll wind the ISO up a bit. It's got no card in here, so it's not going to do much. Definitely quieter. Definitely a quieter. Oh, wow. Definitely quieter. Wow, it almost feels like it's got some sort of absorption in there. Much quieter. The other thing that is really appealing to me, because I love my landscape photography, is this goes down to ISO 64 as a native or space ISO, and all the way up to 12,800 before it starts going into the extendeds. Yeah, 12,800. So as where the D800 only went to 6,400 was the highest, and the lowest was 100. So we're getting that little bit more in the ISO. Yeah, very, very nice. Can't wait to play with that. Not really sure. Let me have a look what the info button does. Okay, so info brings up the info on the back of the screen, where before, to get that up on the D800, you pulled the on-off button past the on, which puts the light on the top, but also used to bring the info up on the back. So now you've got an info button. Not sure I like that. I actually used to like it up here. So I'm not sure I like that change. Everything else seems to be the same. Same remote port. So I'll just read a couple of things out just so you can get some of those other changes I haven't covered. One of the things is it's lighter. It's about 200 grams lighter. So it's a bit lighter than the D800 was. It's sharper. This doesn't have the anti-aliasing filter in it, or the other filter in there, the low pass filter, so your images are meant to be sharper. And I will be doing some testing, so we'll be able to get a look at it. The sensor is a 36 megapixel sensor. It's the same sensor as the D800, but it's supposed to be improved, along with the processor is supposed to be improved. We've also got, as I said, it does 5 frames instead of 4 frames per second. Nothing too crazy there for me. I'm not too worried about how many shots per second it takes. You can set the resolution down to 20 or 9 megapixels in this. If you want less megapixels, you can do that. I've already said it was quieter, so we had a look at that. Definitely heard how much quieter it was. The rear LCD's got more pixels, so you're going to get a preview of your image that's going to be a lot clearer and easier to read. Of course, all your lenses go onto it. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else on here that I should be telling you about. A new split screen level. So I haven't seen that, but apparently you can have a split screen, so left and right, which is quite handy on the Fuji, so I'll probably like using that. What else have we got here? Nothing else. Video mode. So if you do shoot video, this does 60 frames per second, which is good for slow-mo, so that'll be another plus for those of you that love doing video. Or your normal file formats. A bit disappointing it doesn't have inbuilt GPS. I thought it would have, because that would have made a lot of sense, but it doesn't. Where are we? Anything else? Price-wise, by the way, I got this for $3,200, and the way that I scored that was Ted's Cameras had a deal on, and I always buy Australian stock with my body, so I'd like to get the 2-year Nikon warranty plus service and support of a local company. So $3,200, and the way that happened, Ted's had a special on until midnight last Saturday night or the week before, if you ordered it, plus they do a $100 trade-in on a camera. Now the good thing, and I'll give you a tip, if you order online, they actually don't want your camera, your old camera, so you can just put in, I think it's trade 100 in the coupon code, and it'll give you $100 off in the TED shopping cart. So a little bit of a tip there for you. Yeah, there's strain release, these little things. Strain release. Poke into USB and HDMI sections and prevent yanked cable from breaking your D810. Okay, so I didn't realise that. So they actually go into the side of the camera. That's what those little things are. So there you go. I believe that everything, it's got the autofocus system from the D4S, so everything about it has just been improved slightly. So I'm really looking forward to shooting from it. Hopefully this unboxing has helped you get an idea of what's inside the box for the D810. And I would love it if you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. You'll see a subscribe button over here. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the shootout. I am going to do a shootout video between the D810, the D800, and the 5D Mark III for a bit of fun. I might even chuck the Fuji X-T1 in there, even though it's not full frame, but it'll be interesting just to see the difference in image quality. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, give it the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hopefully that's helped you make your decision whether or not the D810 is for you. Cheers.